pulsates within strange device. For him not to go front.
Got him. You're not getting through me. You're not getting through me.
Revenants are easy.
All right then.
Potion of power. Day 2, we completed our measurements from the machine, thanks to Trindic's youthful agility. Further examination required to discover its intended use. Wandering up, aren't we?
Brave thou Philoculi. Of course. Following your blessed.
Perfect. Can't have somewhat skishy guy up front.
Yeah! All right then.
Scratch your old coverlet thickens the air with dust. Upstairs we go.
Brave thou Philoculi.
Oh noes. Oh, I'm paralyzed.
I'm ready.
Oh noes. Go after the ghoul.
Yes.
Oh,
Lava will be on scene.
let's go.
Okay, you're dead.
Following your lead.
Let's see. Heal him.
Huh? Let's go. Yeah.
Not getting through me. Not getting through me.
You can't go around to hit him or what?
Of course.
Just kind of get his ass kicked.
Brave thou Philoculi.
Leave it to me. All right then.
Sigil of Arcane. Spellbind. Brings Arcane Dampener. Beneficial effects suspended. Okay. Path is the ultimate hit or miss. It is. It definitely is. I did need to receive your recent summons, as well as the two that came before it. I've been waiting for you to present yourself on my doorstep, that I could give you an answer in person, firm and unwavering no. Won't help you. In fact, I relish the idea that your team and glorified engineers sitting at the tower, sweating over the I've studied for years. Nothing gives me the greater pleasure than knowing that my research, which you long to disparage, is the missing piece of your mundane puzzle. You well know it's the knowledge I've always valued. are just around the corner, and I encourage you to find me should you wish to rehash this conversation in person. Anthem. Day 10. Patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy. This thing is like multi-level. Stairs. Fire. Give that to... Day 11. Finally got to the tower to clear our heads. Beast, take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, our own time. Just as I said, as much of the Trindig, the sky came to life and with stray lightning. I said it's a good omen, but the poor lad spooked. The cure for that good night's sleep. Give me all your monies. Actually, speaking of that, I gotta fix my town. Alright, so we got towers. So we get perception bonus if we do that. So let's do that. I wonder how many levels there are in this thing. Kind of's not feeling well, but I kind of want to hold off sleeping. Oh, this must be up. It's all time.
Let's try this configuration. Still nothing. Confounded device.
Man hunches over a strange mechanism. His spine is sharp ridge rising from the arched back. He barely clothed in filthy rags, and patches of his skin seem molted. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He's so intent in his work he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over. When he turns, he sees you. He snarls and scuttles behind the Adra pedestal. Only his bared teeth seem to escape decay. His eyes are yellow and bloodshot, and flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze to hold his hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
What happened?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Forgive me. Forgive me.
Throw him off.
Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
I had a copper scat for every fool animancer whose thirst for knowledge led to disaster. Well, I'd never end up in the Gilded Veil, that's for sure. Keep talking.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start?
So the one thing I love about this game is dark. It's like, it's not really any happiness at all. It is a dark game. Makes it a great story. As exciting as the prospect of a living machine may be, I suspect that, given mention of a machine and a masked figure, both...
Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
What does the machine have to do with souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine. It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglanfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened.
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
You're not like the ghouls on the street.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger.
I like the voice actor.
The
for this
only
guy.
way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply. I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster. You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
What happened to the rest of your team?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
Well, how can I help you?
Not your help I need, it's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes! The runes are the last part of the puzzle.
Okay.
Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
Runes. Gwethan runes? She can read them? He speaks of this feat so blandly. Let's talk instead of this Harridan. Pick her thoughts at a time. I'll get the words from her.
Yes. Acantha. She was here. In the district.
Yeah, I know where she's at.
Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
Ganto, his condition has turned him into a little more than an animal. Do it. Well, I don't plan on giving him flesh. I mean, I do have a chicken. Okay, let's go to Encantha. Go to the bottom. Overlord. I don't think I know that one. What kind of game is Overlord? We pretty much took everybody out, so we should be able just to run to Acantha's house and be safe, right?
You return. What have you come seeking this time?
Need the words that operate the Ingwithan machine in the power.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is. He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
Humble him by demonstrating the value of your research. What style of game is it? What genre? I've never played Pikeman. I sounds well, the problem heritages are bigger than the real rivalry. Rivalry. What do I care? I prepared myself for an adventure such as this, and I can assure you, dwindling souls in the streets beyond carrying as well. Power's name.
Ter Nuneth. It's called Ter Nuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
How do you operate it?
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
Release them.
So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
I could help you, but I won't. Here, I have specimens, plenty, and time enough to observe them all. Every scientist's dream. My answer is no. What? What good is observing all this if you're going to hoard it all yourself? An entire language at your fingertips, and she hides it. The fate of these trapped souls are more important. Inconsequential. Their existence means nothing. They don't even understand the predicament, which I see clearly. Through them, I'll accomplish more than any of my peers. Command a horde of monsters to do your bidding. Okay. Hoarding knowledge is pointless. Nothing is more important. Gather and study to transcend 1,000 insectoid lives that brought it to us. And who will know about it? All I've learned, years of study of the Gwithan language, no one understands better than me. That counts for something. Knowledge is meaningless unless shared. Foolish and false sentiment. Knowledge is meaning. It needs no external. Your opportunities here are finite. One day your knowledge will die with you. But what use is it? Uses? Why must something that's so pure be fashioned? Blunt instrument. Start at level 10 warlock. So you kind of just conjure a whole bunch of minions to fight for you? Like a necromancer type of thing? Your opportunities here are finite. One day, that knowledge will die with you. You're wrong. I built it forever. Cling to it. Give me something. Tell me what you know. I'll make sure it grows and your legacy lives on.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours. These are the words you need. Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Ter Nuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
Speaker of dead tongues now. So he surpasses 100 frustrated scholars in the matter of a few moments. I don't suppose you could look at a few books for me. To the towers around Deerwood are constructed to move souls. Why would the Engwithans have wanted that? With all elemental imps? Okay. Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wish. The real question is why? Intermix them. Player shuffles the deck. The way the farmer rotates the field to collect them like butterflies under glass. Melt them down in raw essence. Still don't understand why they build a machine that would tether souls. Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like that one. You now see the Engwithans as master of soul manipulation. Couldn't have attended their experience without copious trial and error. Perhaps this is one of such experiences. How do you know so much about the tower? Read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Altum try to read them like in instruction manuals. And so doing is the true meaning. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
If you destroy the machine, it doesn't matter whether the souls inside it belong to Wheel or Oblivion. Their lives are over, dead is dead. Explain how the control words work. Harnessing the power of Tyr Downeth. About understanding what they're designed to do. Know the words and their meanings. You can speak them, and the tower shall obey. Alright. I do like Canna. It's kind of a funny character. At times too. But I do like Aloth with his possession. When the lady that possesses him speaks. I do enjoy that. Assuming we gotta go all the way up top. I'll go up top. I'm surprised I haven't leveled up tonight. I have to be getting close, right? No, not even close.
Flesh.
Jagged Adropilla rises in front of you, cases the stone, and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with which you can now understand. Recognize the words end and for hold. Dial is currently fixed on hold. Also recognized by an description of the manner you turn the dial and throttle the device. End. Or we could do the overload. Maximize the machine's throttle in hopes of overloading. I'm not sure maximizing is something I want to do. We'll end it. The command word leaves your lips. The dial sinks into the Adra under your hands. Something like a thunderclap sounds overhead. Glow fades and the machine falls. Is he gonna just collapse and die? No, he kept his soul.
Still and silent. It's finally over.
Okay, inform her of the activity. She asked me to keep informed. Okay. Run across Theos, a bracket or sanitarium. Okay, so maybe I need to go talk to her. Yeah, he did. You could just tell by listening to him. That's Matt Mercer. I love it. That's why I liked watching Critical Role. All those voice actors doing that. I would love to be able to have my voice in a game. I think that'd be kind of cool. Place Palace Messenger, prestigious visitor. I'll have to go back. I don't know if we have time to... Well, I don't know when he's going to leave. There, that's a nice man that helped me. Take the iron arm for it. He'll sort it out to keep. Tower, it's off. As soon as the curse on heritage is lifted. It wasn't a curse, but yes, the district is safe again. I think it'll be some time before anyone's willing to settle in the district again, but at least we can get it started on restoring it. Alright, so we gotta go to Brackenberry. I believe that's where that is. I don't know who Daniel
Well met,
Deodorant
friend.
is. Uh-oh. Excuse me, I've been looking for you. Are you the one that lifted the curse? Yes. A lady who wishes to remain anonymous has entrusted me with bringing you this pistol, belonged to a dear friend of hers who lost the curse. For your partner reclaiming Heritage Hill, my lady wishes you to have it. Here, may it serve you well. Thank you. Farewell. Alright, what's the gun? Nobody uses it. Who does Daniel do for voicing of? See Charles Martin. Okay. I still don't know who Charles that is. I don't know a lot of voice acting. Matt Mercer, you can almost just tell it's Matt Mercer every time. I mean, he's good at it, but he's always, you can tell it's him. At least from what I've ever played. Just know.
How fares your search?
There's something I can tell you about the lead and key operators.
Well, let's hear it.
The Ingwithan Tower in Heritage Hill contains an ancient machine that can control the flow of souls the lead and key activated.
This is troubling. That civilization seems to have known more about the mechanics of souls than anyone since. The leaden key was born in that period.
Switch acting up again?
It may be that Theos has full knowledge of their technology. The applications of this machine you speak of. I don't want to think about it.
I have no idea what's YouTube is whatever is just killing YouTube. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm gonna have to do some research to figure out what the hell's going on here with my streams. I've changed absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.